88.9 FM, WIIT, Chicago.
So we have so much fun on this show. I gotta be real with y'all, man. The behind the scene moments with YTS, man, is really something, man. And man, I have to remember the pet peeve is that, man, we're doing a radio show because sometimes, man, stuff be about to run out, and I'll be like, oh man, it's gonna be some dead air if I don't stop my laughing. All right, so it's Fusion Radio, man. Brian Stinson, YTS Keys, man. Guests keep coming, man, on this radio show, and we definitely get excited about it, man. We celebrate some really dope people every single week, man. And so got a really dope artist in the building, man. I had to ask her before we even got anything started, as far as like, what's her identity when it comes to introducing her from a genre standpoint? Because, I mean, she has a lot of diversity. So I'm going to say alternative rap / soul is what you're going to get some of in a second, man. So Doe's here. It's Fusion Radio. Brian Stinson, YTS Keys, man, in the building. And so let's first kick it off with, man, why the name Doe, if there's any special meaning behind Doe, and then what does Doe bring to the table musically?
All right. The name Doe, really, my Korean name is Do-hee. Ever since I came to America, I've been going by my middle name, my American name, which is Katie, but I really just wanted to finally embrace my, just like my original name, not be ashamed of it no more. So I got I like shortened my first Korean name from Do-hee to Doe, and I just wanted to be called Doe the Creator because I don't really only see myself as a musician. I see myself as someone who likes to make videos, someone who likes to paint, someone who likes to draw. Like, I like to create all types of mediums of art. And so I kind of just wanted to call myself Doe the Creator in that sense.
You know what's so crazy about what you just explained? You just opened up so many conversations. You just made this interview like 10 times more interesting already. So, like, before we even get anywhere farther, like, you dropped a big bomb without even knowing you dropped it. You said you came over here from Korea, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that means you my first Korean artist that's came in. So that's amazing. You feel me? So, like, let's talk about that, though. So at what age did you come over from Korea?
I came here when I was around 5 years old. So, yeah, I came here pretty early. And I came to the suburbs of Chicago at first, grew up there, and then I moved to the north side of Chicago like freshman year of high school. And, yeah, I've been here ever since.
You know what that reminded me? It reminded me of something funny, but I'm gonna tell it to you off air though.
All right.
So, is there anything that you remember from Korea, like being at that age, or have you been back since?
I've been back since one time, and when I did go back, I think it was like 10 years ago. I went back. It was definitely like culture shock. You know, like even though I look like everyone that's there, they immediately still know that I'm American and I'm not native Korean. And so I definitely see like the differences, but at the same time, like, ever since I went back, it made me want to embrace my culture some more just because of the differences. I wanted to really embrace everything that I saw that I don't get to see every day, and accept the fact that that's part of my heritage. Just like things like the way they style themselves versus how we style ourselves. The culture, who we respect, and things like that, yeah.
Okay, so with you coming over so young and not really getting a chance to experience Korea for yourself, you feel me? Like, what were certain things that your parents did so you could still have your heritage around you, even though you was all the way in a whole nother state? I mean, not a whole nother state, a whole nother country.
They did a lot, honestly. They put me in Korean school so that I don't lose all of my Korean language. You know, I definitely did lose some just from not living at home anymore, where I don't have an excuse to speak Korean anymore. So I definitely lost some of my language, but they tried doing that. I grew up in the church community as well, and like it was a Korean church. That's also how I got into music. And they just made sure to just show me parts of our culture, you know, something my mom is a very religious, spiritual woman, and she never really let me watch Disney Channel or Nickelodeon or things like that. She mainly just wanted me to stick to either Korean entertainment or nothing at all. Yeah, so that's another way I like stayed in touch with my Korean culture.
That's crazy though. That's one thing I love about doing this show, and I get to meet all different people from all different types of walks of life. Cause y'all be putting me up on game with things I never even knew existed. Like how you just said a Korean church. I never even knew that was a thing, like a Korean church. Like not saying it like that, but I was just like, I don't know. That just sounds so different though to hear that like a Korean church.
Yeah.
I never heard nothing like that.
You never watched 21st Jump Street? You know how they were praying to Korean Jesus?
Oh, man.
That's what I mean. And then sometimes you'll see like bands with Korean letters, and it'll be like a bunch of old Korean elderly people in there, like on their way to church. Yeah, it's you know, there's a lot of Korean people that don't speak English here, so it's just for them that to still go to church, but have it be in their language. And yeah,
That's crazy though. Like I know that's super crazy though. Like how you explained it, like to be one of them, but to go over there and be totally different though. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's kind of like in some way that's like me and him going back to Africa and like we going over there with them. Like we totally different
Absolutely.
than the Africans over there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I definitely get that. So like back to transitioning to you as an artist and stuff like that. So like at what age did you get to the point where you was like, okay, I want to do something around music?
I definitely like I said, I love all mediums of art, so I definitely go through phases of what I like to do in terms of mediums of art. But I remember, I think it was like 5th grade. Our school gave out the really thick Mac laptops, and we were allowed to take those home. And I remember playing around with GarageBand for the first time. I was just making beats with like the preset loops that's already on there. And I just remember like I was on that for hours. Like I never played a game. I never watched a show. That's just what my entertainment was for a long time. And you know, it was really just me messing around. But eventually, like I always knew I loved singing. And like growing up in church, like it being so worship forward that like, you know, I like played around with it a little bit, and I just knew that like this was just fun for me. It was never a burden. It was never work. It was fun. So that's like 5th grade was when I really started getting into it. But then growing up in the church, I ended up being the one leading worship, and because of that, you kind of have to learn the basics of every instrument. You know, I know the basics of the drums, guitar, piano, just the basics though, just so I could be adequate enough to lead worship. And just knowing like the basics of multiple instruments made me kind of appreciate music some more. And also just learning about other musicians. Yeah, it made me just really dive into the music industry.
So like to piggyback out that, so with you having a Korean background and stuff like that, I'm really interested in like who are certain artists and like certain people that you looked up to and you listened to when you was growing up though.
Honestly, I don't listen to a lot of Korean artists growing up either, but I will say Big Bang, there was one group, like it was before K-pop really popped off. Big Bang was definitely a big one of them. My dad put me on to an old female Korean rapper, and she was known for like having a similar sound with Lauryn Hill. I think her name is Yoon Mi-rae. Yeah, she was dope. And the thing is, like I said, I lost a lot of my Korean language knowledge, so it's like I'd rather listen to music that I can understand rather music that I can't understand. But listening to her, like I really like her flow. I really like the sound of her voice, the timbre of her voice. So that was one. But other than Korean artists, I grew up listening to Amy Winehouse, Frank Sinatra, just really jazzy, like wind instrument focused music. Yeah.
I like that. That's what's up. So, like, I heard you say you started off like just playing around with GarageBand and stuff like that. So, in some type of way, you still make beats right now?
No, I really want to get into that. I think that's my next goal for sure, getting into producing and learning how to mix. But right now, I'm really enjoying just working with really talented engineers. I feel like meeting the engineers that I've met and worked with in the past is what helped me find the sound that I really like on me. And they just teach me a lot. Could I like shout some out right now?
Oh no, I was gonna follow.
Oh
up with
yeah,
that.
okay. So my first ever single, Jean-Michel Basquiat, that one was engineered by my friend Johnny Pitchon. He's here in Chicago, based in Chicago, and it was the first time I ever really stepped foot into a professional studio, and he made me feel very comfortable. He made me feel very at home. I knew as soon as I stepped into the booth, I was home. Like that's how comfortable I was. And to keep it a buck, it's very, very hard to find artists in Chicago that like take their time seriously, take their profession seriously. And he does not fall in that category. He's very serious and he's very professional in the way that he works. And so I loved working with that, and I was fortunate enough for that to be my first experience in the studio. But my favorite engineer, he's actually based in New York, so ever since I found him in New York, I actually was just on vacation, found him, and I remember like thinking, this dude is dope. Like I didn't have to tell him anything. He just knew what I would sound good with, and then he put it that way, and that really helped me find my sound. His name is Jab. I call him Jab the Maestro. His tagline is "Play that back, Jab." But yeah, so ever since I went to him, I've been flying to New York every couple months just to record with him, just because he gives me that much confidence in my music with the way he engineers. And lastly, my favorite engineer in Chicago here is Sunset. He's at the top of the Chicago Trade Center. Like he really just he's a nerd about this stuff, like a nerd about music, and I love that. I love seeing that energy. And we're actually working. He's gonna be working on my whole EP. That's coming out very soon. I don't know when, but it's coming out soon. And yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So I know the people that's listening to us live on the radio, and then I know the people that's looking at us on live. I know they thinking like, man, when we gonna get a chance to hear some of our music? So, we got a couple of songs from you and stuff like that. So the first song I probably want to play, though, is Clear. To hear about Clear. So before we get into Clear, just give us a little background about Clear and just tell us about what you were trying to go for with this song.
Clear, I really wanted to get kind of like girly with this song. It's really about like just self-love, self-confidence. And it's on a Kali Uchis type beat, so I really just wanted to give that type of like sultry type of vibe, but also like that girly pop type of vibe as well. So yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So we finna go ahead and get into this clip by my girl Doe, and we'll be right back on Fusion Radio with Brian Stinson and YTS Keys.
It took a long time to get here. It took a long time to see clear. These things never come easy. You were the one with bad luck, it's clear. It's hard to believe that you are loved when it was non-existent growing up. It was not the sweeter things that I witnessed. Now my bad man, mom is you're too much. I'm also no touching. Don't you even dare try to interfere into my plans. You were never there. How ironic is it when people give advice when you never ask for it a single time? I am mine before I am anyone else's. The stars aligned when I learned my lessons. Exuding love, that's just my essence. Yeah, baby, just go and ask the heavens. My beauty marks like constellations, and the Orion lives on my cheek. I was crafted with the finest by whatever you believe. I know I'm right out a movie scene. I got to remind that I'm also no touching. It took a long time to get here. It took a long time to see clear. Never come easy. You were the one with bad luck. It's clear. It took a long time to get here. It took a long time to see clear. Never come easy. You were the one with bad luck. It's clear. You were the one with bad luck. It's
I ain't gonna lie, that right there, that was a good song. Right there. That was a good song. You know what that song did for me though? It put me like in a different type of space, like a
Yeah.
head space. Like I love music where it's like it makes you think in some type of way, or it gives you a certain type of image in your head when you listen to it. And like I got that image. Well, the image I had in my head was like more of a real mellow vibe, and now just like you real like chill vibe. Like how can I explain this? Like I know you never seen like a movie and they'll be like off like LSD or something like that, and they'll be tripping out and like all the colors and stuff like that you see. Like that's what that type of song gave me the vibe, but not even so much as just tripping out, just like that vibe you get when you just like real comfortable and you like you in your own zone doing your thing. So for sure.
Thank you. It's actually an unreleased track. I actually just recorded it last week, a week and a half ago, with Jab in New York, and yeah, it's not even mastered really, but just because his bounces are good enough, I wanted to share it. Yeah.
So is that like what you go for most of the time as far as like your sound and what you try to make, as far as like what type of music you try to make?
Well, I try to be as versatile as possible. So that is a little bit poppy, I would say, a little bit poppy, a little bit mellow. I also have another poppy song called Baptized. But I also like doing like R&B, alternative soul type songs as well. And I also kind of like doing some like melodized rap type of songs as well. So I really try to be as versatile as possible. But when I'm feeling in that type of girly pop type of mood, yeah, that is the type of vibe I like to go for.
So like I don't never want an artist to put themselves in a certain type of box, though. But just like from your standpoint, like just your own personal opinion when it comes to your music, like when do you feel like you're at your best? Because like you just said, you try to be different, you try to switch it up every song and try something different. But like in your opinion, when do you feel like you're at your best, and like what style is that in your opinion?
In my opinion, I would say alternative R&B for sure. I like when my voice is when my melodies are more in the lower pitch range, just because I feel like that's when I sound the best. And with that, it's kind of like a vibey, mellow type of Isaiah Rashad type, type of vibe, things like that. So I feel like that's when I sound, or that's when I'm most confident in my music. Yeah.
So, like, any projects or anything like that you put out so far?
I have 3 total songs. Wait, no, 4 total songs now. Out, released on all platforms. But like I said, I've been working on an EP. This EP is very, very alternative. It's almost experimental. Most of the beats on there are like jazzy type beats. Amy Winehouse type beats. I really wanted to get like more sing-songy with my EP, I really wanted to just get my melodies in. And so that's when my EP is coming. And Clear is coming. That still needs to be mastered, but a week and a half ago, the same day I recorded Clear, I also recorded this one song called Talk to Me Nice. And that's more of like a rap, melodized rap type of song. And I'm really excited for that one. I actually played it at my first show that I had a couple days ago on the 24th. And yeah, people really liked it. I feel like that's more of like the sound that I want to go towards, melodized rap type of songs. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, how long have you necessarily, because I know you said you've been making music and you've been around music for so long, but like, when were you necessarily, like, when was it to the point where you necessarily was like, okay, I really want to take this serious. Like, I want to use this as a career. I want to, like, feed myself. I want to take this to the next level. Like, when did you really make that decision, though?
I think, honestly, it was like November, December of 2023. So, like, not too long ago, honestly. Like, I've had times where I was in my college dorm, like, with the makeshift studio where I'm getting, like, a rented microphone and I'm recording it over, a horrible track. I've done things like that, but as far as like releasing music, like going to a studio, paying an engineer, getting it mastered, doing all the steps to really finalize my sound, it was definitely like recently, like end of 2023, beginning of 2024. And actually when 2024 came around, I made a vow to myself that I would do at least 1 release a month, just so I could stay consistent, because I'm the type of person that, like, if I miss one of my goals, I'm gonna forget about it. I'm gonna just be lazy, So I wanna keep myself disciplined, keep myself consistent. So that's a goal of mine, and I need people to keep me in check as well.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So, I just wanted to share a couple things with you, just on some artist to artist. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, cause I could tell, like, I won't necessarily say like, I could kind of tell that you was in the beginning stages of like of your career and stuff like that. So like, one little like tip I want to give you is, when it comes to your songs, like, yeah, you can do the whole, like you said, trying to be consistent and stuff like that, as far as like putting out a song every month. But whole time, that one song you like, say for instance, you put out a song this month, right? In some situations, depending on what kind of song it is and like the trajectory that you feel like this song could really take, you might have to stay on that specific song a couple of months and really push that same song. Like, as far as like different pieces of content, going out to different shows, meeting other people, you feel me, really pushing that one song. Because, at the end of the day, that's all it really takes, is one song.
Yeah.
To change everything. You feel me?
Sure.
But as far as like your mindset of being consistent, I love that though. A lot of people don't understand that that's a big piece in what we trying to do as far as artists. You got to be consistent.
Yes.
In some type of way.
I appreciate the advice for sure.
Oh, for sure. So, man, just before we get up out of here, we got another song, and it's called Stuck. You feel me? So, just tell us a little bit about Stuck, but with this specific song, tell us about, like, what you were trying to go with this song, but, like, also tell us about, like, what was the vibe in the studio when you actually created this song, though?
What I was honestly, this song was one of the songs that I wasn't really sure about. I had written it pretty quick, because I knew I had a studio session coming up. So it was like, I don't freestyle, but if I had to say like it was one of my quickest songs to write, it was that. And I went into the studio not sure about it. Like, I wasn't too confident about it. But that's the thing. That's why I love working with very talented engineers, because my engineer, Jab, in New York, he helped me really find the sound for this song. And this song is technically just me about like how I finally got the solitude that I've been wanting. And before I had gotten that, I felt stuck in life. But I'm good now. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So, oh yeah, before we go, just get all the people your social medias and stuff like that so they could tune in with
Oh
you.
yeah. My social media is at do dot the dot creator, do the creator. That's my handle for anything. Spotify, do the creator without the periods in between. That's just on Instagram. But Apple Music, Spotify, all that is gonna be do the creator. Yeah, so tune in. I'm going to have a lot of projects coming soon, hopefully with CC next as well. Yeah. And yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So definitely a great interview and stuff like that. So, but we've definitely finna get into this stuck, and we'll be right back on Fusion Radio with Brian Stinson and YTS Keys.
Between the lines of wind and air, is it really such a crime to end this year? Sometimes I even crave to be all alone. I'm sorry if you a victim of my ghost. The sun don't need no one to let her shine. The moon don't need no one to show his light. I crave complete solitude when I'm with another. Call me ego, I don't care for a lover. I'm the one that you always gon' search after. Miss your chance, my attention span goes faster. I need my space so much, I leave you at the altar. Been talking all that shit, you never should have called her. You the type to think that some silence is so awkward. Can't you sit with yourself? Is that your version of hell? I can't trust people that can't be to themselves. Why are you using me? You're the one that needs help. Uh-oh, you just told on yourself. Why do you envy my wealth? Projections are projecting. Your mind is stuck in uh-oh. I'm catching flights like King Kong. Life's been so good since you gone. I'm doing good on my own. Uh-oh, I guess I have you to thank for giving love that was fake. Taught me I gotta accept the fact that I may die alone, and now that doesn't sound bad. My solitude is what I pray for, and I got it like that. I feel like God just loves me most when I'm all to myself, when he got me to himself. Why are all men so possessive, even ones that made help? Confess all the lies that you told. I bet you would go as far as to say you've been cloned, so thank you. I'm stuck between the lines of wind and air. Is it really such a crime to end this year? Sometimes I even crave to be all alone. I'm sorry if you a victim of my ghost. I'm stuck between the lines of wind and air. Is it really such a crime to end this year? Sometimes I even crave to be all alone. I'm sorry if you a victim of my ghost.
You know, here at Fusion Radio, you know, we are human. We make mistakes sometimes and stuff like that. So one mistake that I made was I forgot that we had one more song before we let this young lady get up out of here and stuff like that. So this last song that we got, I might mess up the name, so I'm going to let her introduce it to y'all. But just tell us a little bit about this song and stuff like that and how you end up coming up with it.
Yeah, so this is my first single that I ever released, Jean-Michel Basquiat. This song means a lot to me because it's really what, like, I I worked on this song for like a week to just writing wise. I was really trying to perfect it as much as possible as my first release. But it means a lot to me because it kind of what sparked my artistry. And you could probably hear it in the lyrics when you listen to it. But it's just about how I don't really crave anything other than the art right now. Like, I'm addicted to the art right now. That's all I really think about. When I'm at work, I think about writing, and when I'm at home, I'm writing. Like, that's all it is. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to share in this song.
For sure, man. So we're going to definitely listen to this bang, and then we're going to come back, you feel me, for the last interview today with my girl, CC Dior. We'll be right back.
Feeling like Jean-Michel Basquiat, artistic child. I was gone, but now I'm back. Brother said you hide your heart, you're wrong for that. Real old soul, you remind me of poetic jazz. Shave my head, oh, gouge my eyes out so I can be fully blind. Crazy artists, but they seem to have the sanest of minds. Either way, the art gon' guide me all the way. This the dish that makes me wake up for another day. My heart is tied, it's tangled, unavailable. Body and mind, you know, damn sure my emotional. It's always lies the second you open your mouth. Don't you get tired of that? Don't your thoughts get too damn loud? Like this weed I smoke, it may be loud, but thoughts are louder. Give me flowers and some flour. This body's mine, it is not ours. Two blunts at all times, hold them like chopsticks. Magic is what I exude. I give the type of love you only read in love books. Magic in the tips of my fingers, I'm squeezing it. Baby, I'm about to pull the trigger. Please do not belittle my own brilliance. My art's the bullet, my lips and tongue run like the guns. I trust my art will find its loving audience. You not hold infatuation with my holy presence. I do not crave a thing but my notebook and my pen. My soul so light, they feel my beat post-mortem. I'm here to stay, the doubters give me company. I speak to spirits more than humans, please do not bother me. If you see me live, it's all an optical illusion. I am not real, I live in your imagination. I'm always coughing cause I'm too damn cold. Need my own time so much, I always tend to go ghost. Feeling like Jean-Michel Basquiat, artistic child. I was gone, but now I'm back. Brother said you hide your heart, you're wrong for that. Real old soul, you remind me of poetic jazz. Shave my head, oh, gouge my eyes out so I can be fully blind. Crazy artists, but they seem to have the sanest of minds. Either way, the art gon' guide me all the way. This that makes me wake up